It's the Spivey Show. Yeah, what up, Detroit? Welcome to the Spivey Show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. We gonna have a good time. It's the Spivey Show. Welcome to the Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show.
Yeah. What up, though, Detroit? What up, though? My name is Tommy Spivey, and welcome to another episode of the Spivey Show. And as you can see, my co-host chair is a little empty here. I'm guessing our co-host, Miss Niecy Cam, is going to show up at some point. Y'all know how she do. Y'all remember from season 1, but hopefully she'll show up before the show over. I'm sure she will. But we're here at the Spivey Show, a show where we do live interviews with the best in the entertainment and in the business world of Detroit and surrounding areas. And you can catch us on each and every Wednesday, 7:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and DetroitHotRadio.com. So make sure y'all tune in, tell somebody, share, like, comment. Let them know something about the Spivey Show is going down. We got a great show today. As always. Y'all know we always got a great show. Well, we got some awesome guests in the house today. We got some awesome guests. And my first guest, she wears many hats in the entertainment world, but she's best known for singing and entertaining. We got Miss Artima Smith is in the house today with us, and I'm excited about having her. She's a good friend of mine. My second guest today, we got a fantastic drummer. He's doing this thing all over Detroit, and I'm excited to have him as well. He's another good friend of mine. We got Mr. Terrence Neal is in the house. Good drummer, good friend, and I'm excited about having him in the house today. But before we do that, y'all know what time it is. It's time for our birthday blast. And y'all know this is just the time we take out to shout out some birthdays to families and friends and even celebrities that's in the house. So we want to shout them out. And today is a very special birthday blast. Our very own one of the Spivey Show staff member, our production engineer back there, Miss Amelia Mitchell, my girl, my lady. Y'all give it up for her birthday today. Her birthday is actually tomorrow. We celebrating it to starting the day. So y'all give it up for Miss Amelia Mitchell. We call her Me, is in the house. My cousin, Tito, he had a birthday this week. I want to say happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, Tito. And then my daddy, he'll be celebrating his birthday come Sunday, April 2nd. Yeah, that's it. So had to get that right. So I want to celebrate my pops as well, Mr. Tommy Spivey Sr. He'll be celebrating his birthday as well. We got a couple of celebrities. I didn't have many, but it was a couple. We had Mariah Carey. She's celebrating a birthday this week. Y'all give it up for Miss Mariah Carey. And then we got Mr. MC Hammer. Yeah, that's right. Too legit to quit. He'll be celebrating his birthday today, Mr. MC Hammer. So happy birthday to everybody celebrating birthdays this week. We definitely want to say happy birthday to you. A special shout out birthday to Miss Mimi Amelia Mitchell. Happy birthday to you. But we're going to jump off of that and we're going to get right into our Tommy's topic. Y'all know that's what is just a little topic that I talk about, that I give my opinion and my experience on. We ask that you share in the comments. Give us your opinion on Tommy's topic. Give us your thoughts. Share, like, and comment in the comment. And today we got a good one. So I don't know if y'all been watching or if y'all heard about the SWV and Escape show, the reality show. And basically, it's just a show about both groups that, leading up to their tour. They just went on tour. And it's Escape got some issues. I don't know if y'all been watching it or not. If you haven't, you need to tune in to it. I believe it's on Bravo. Y'all need to tune in to it. It comes on Sundays. It's a real good show. And Escape got some issues, but one of their main issues is, it's sisters that's part of the group, Tasha and Tamika. And apparently the older sister, Tasha, has stole royalty checks from the younger sister, Tamika. And so today she pulled out the receipts. I'm talking about Tamika. She pulled out the receipts to prove that her sister stole over $30,000. Over $30,000 in royalty checks. And she showed all kind of proof of how her sister forged her name, changed her address, told the company she was her manager and everything, and even had the lady who got them the checks on the video with her to prove it. So my question is for you today, number one, what would you do if you found out your sibling stole your money? And we ain't talking about a couple of dollars. We ain't talking about $100, $200. We talking about over $30,000. And then this is the kicker here. So when she asked about her money, the company told her the only way she could get her money is if she prosecuted her sister, which means her sister's going to go to jail. That means her sister's going to court, the whole nine. That's the only way she can get her money back. So she chose not to do that. And that's why her sister is not locked up today. And that's why she hasn't gotten her money. So another question is, number one, would you prosecute your brother or sister, sibling, should I say, if they stole your money? She chose not to. I don't know, 30,000. No. 30,000. I don't know. I will have to think about that one. No, but I don't believe my siblings would steal that type of money from me. If they do, it's gonna be a fight. I'll probably just fight them, if anything. But we definitely have to just fight. We would have to fight. We would have to just fight because I can't prosecute you. I'm not finna send you to jail. We got to just fight it out. That's my opinion. That's what I think would, so. But y'all let me know. Put some comments in the comments. Let me know, what would you do? Number one, what would you do if you find out your sibling stole your money? Number two, would you have prosecuted your sibling for stealing your money? Like I say, we're not talking about $100. We talking about over 30,000. She wouldn't reveal how much it actually was, but she said it was definitely over $30,000. Woo, 30,000. I'm just thinking about that right now. I might go fight my siblings right now by myself just in case they ever stole anything from me. I might just thinking about it. Then another question I got for you. Who is the better group? SWV or Escape? Give me your opinion on it. I really want to know that. What's your opinion? Because I think it's SWV. I really think that they're vocally they're better. I think their songs were better hits. I just think, and their maturity for sure. If you watch this show, you will see that the maturity of SWV over Escape, because Escape acting like kids right now, I ain't gonna even lie. And they stopped or probably held up a lot of money that they could have made. But go watch the show. I think it's on Bravo. And I can't remember. I think it come on Sundays. I can't remember the time. I almost want to say 8 o'clock. But you can always on demand it and all that kind of stuff. Y'all know all these TV things that y'all got. I think it's on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken. But go look at it. It's a nice show, and it really tells a lot about these groups. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that. But we're gonna jump off of that. and get right into our ad and commercial. Y'all know this is the time where we play ads and commercial. And if you have an ad or a commercial that you want played on the Spivey Show, give us a call down here at 313-523-2196. You got a song you want played, a flyer to be displayed, or anything of that nature, give us a call down here. We would love to support and to advertise your ad, commercial, flyers, music, anything of that nature. Call us down here on the Spivey Show. We want to support you. So give us a call. We got a few ads today. We had a few people send in some stuff. So we got a lot of ads going on today. You go ahead and run it, Miss Andrea. Right there, we got the 313 live experience down at the Baker's Keyboard Lounge. They're going to have 2 shows featuring Miss Bobby Storm. $20 April 1st. Y'all go to my website page to get more information. We got Blue Lucas with his EP release concert coming out at the Anderson Memorial on April 29th. Make sure you tune in. We also got open auditions. We got open auditions for singers and lead vocalists. Open auditions for singers and lead vocalists. 2 dates, April 29th and May 1st. You can go check my page, the Spivey Show page, for more information on that as well. And then we also got the 15th annual Rhythm of Gospel Music Awards weekend, June 7th.
It's able to prosper. They can't stop it, they can't block it. From the street to the heat to the case that you beat. Go and tell the devil, man, have several seats on God. Listen, yeah, it's on God. Listen.
A little snippet of On God, one of the artists up here in Detroit. Y'all go support him as well. You can find all those flyers on the Spivey Show page on Facebook and also YouTube, where you can get more information about all those flyers. And go support and support those people. Well, look, I'm ready to get my guest up here because I'm excited today about my show. I'm excited about my guest that's in the house today. We're going to have a good time. My first guest here, she's a great singer. I've been knowing her for a long time now. She's a great entertainer, a lot of energy on the stage. And she's my friend as well. So I'm excited to have her here. Y'all put y'all hands together for none other than Miss Artemis.
Have a good time. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show.
There it is. Miss Artemis.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Good,
doing
good.
great.
I'm glad to have you here. I'm happy you took the time out to come on the Spivey Show. It's always a pleasure to have you around. We've been working together for a long time now. So
Yeah, it has been a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
oh yeah, I had to have
We
you
met,
on.
what, 2010, 11?
Long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. And then found out our kids went to the
Same school. Yep,
Mhm.
yep. So it's definitely been a link for a long time now. So look, we're gonna jump right into this thing, man, and we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
And we're gonna start from the beginning, and we're gonna ask you, when did you start singing? When did singing start for you?
I started singing as a wee little lad.
I can
Yes.
imagine.
Yes.
Uh,
Started singing in church. I was probably about 5 or 6.
okay.
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
the church choir at Obedient Baptist Church.
Obedience. Shout out to
Oh,
obedience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
back in
just
the
like
day.
pretty much everybody that started singing, they started right up in that church.
Absolutely.
So you got your foundation.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
and That's a
right.
good thing. That's a good thing. Did you always know you wanted to be a singer? Like, was this something you knew right off bat? This is what I'm gonna be doing.
I will say that, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I wanted to be several hundred other things too,
Right.
but I've always wanted to be a singer. And my dad actually has a picture of me holding, remember the hangers from the cleaners that had that little ride, that little cardboard ride in
Those were my
between?
drumsticks. Uh-huh.
And that was my microphone.
Okay.
Snatched it right out of the hanger and it has a picture of me singing into it.
Wow.
I had to be about 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, those were definitely my drumsticks. And
I didn't know you played drums.
I started off as a drummer. I was a drummer first.
I think
Yeah.
every musician in Detroit started off as a
Yeah,
drummer.
I was a drummer first. I was playing drums, man, probably from about 6, 7 years old. Started off on the pots and pans. Got many of whoopings, beating
Tearing
the
up
pots
the
and
kitchen.
pans and tearing up the hangers. You know, because once you break that off, you know you can't
You
use it no
can't
more.
use it no more. That's right. God damn it, I didn't spend all the money on this hanger. Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, and you know what? And that's why I love this show, because as musicians, we know each other for a long time, but we never really know the start. We never really know, you know, other things outside of she's a singer, he's a keyboard player, you know.
Right.
So, and that's why I do this show, and that's why we give you the platform for y'all to share y'all story. So, but yeah, so you were grabbing the hangers, and that was your mic.
Yes, sir.
And we were talking about 4, 5 years old.
Yes, sir.
And we already knew what you was gonna do then, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, who were you listening to at that time? Like, who were the people you were watching to kind of get your style?
Well, my dad gave me a project or a homework assignment.
Gotcha.
I had to be, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years old, somewhere around in there, when the Anita Baker Rapture album came out.
Yeah.
And you know, back then is when the sleeve used to have all of the lyrics to the
yeah,
songs.
Yeah.
So my dad charged me to learn Same Old Love.
Okay.
He was like, Tima, I want to hear you sing this.
Okay.
I said, okay. And I learned the whole Rapture album.
Wow.
When I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
I listened to everything that he played. So that was everything old school. So the people that I think I grew up listening to that helped shape me as a singer was Anita Baker,
Okay.
Shaka Khan.
All right.
I loved Minnie Riperton, even though I could never hit the notes.
Something like that, right? Yeah, you were close enough to me.
Never. I could never do it. So it's okay. But I used to everything old school.
Okay.
Anything and everything. I love Prince.
Wow.
I love Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I really took a lot from Michael, more than I realized until I started writing.
Oh, okay.
Then I realized that I kind of took some from him too.
Wow.
So all of that 80s music, Madonna. I loved Madonna.
Yeah, and Madonna was hot.
Yeah, all
Madonna was
that.
hot.
I listened to everything though.
Okay. Well, that explains why you sing the way you sing then, because you had a lot of good foundation. So some of the greatest was there that you were watching. So that explains a lot.
Yeah, everything.
That's what's up. So look, let me ask you this. Like, who are some of your favorite artists now? Like who you listening to now? You know, music has changed. So like who are some of your favorite artists you will listen to now?
Okay, so I'm still the same in that I listen to everything.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, but I think my go-tos now, and this is probably gonna trip you out, but I really like listening to Anderson .Paak.
Wow.
I knew it was gonna trip you.
Yeah.
I really like listening to Anderson .Paak, and honestly, I don't listen to a lot of the younger female artists.
Okay.
It's just not that same singer.
Yeah.
You know,
flat foot
singing that I grew up listening to that inspired me so much. And so it doesn't really draw me.
Okay.
But I listen to a lot of old stuff still.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still go with the good old traditional stuff. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Music has changed a lot. Like you say, it's not a whole lot of from the gut singing. One person I really loved listening to though, as far as the new generation, is her. I think
like her.
Yeah, I think her kind of caught it a little bit. You know what I mean? So
she's not a from the gut singer, but she does have a great feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She is sincere.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that from her. And she's just super talented and beautiful.
Okay.
So yeah, I like her.
Well, look, let's move it up a little bit. Let's talk about you singing in band. One band I know you're part of is Detroit Soul Rhythm, and other bands. I know you sing with thousands of other bands. Let's talk about Detroit Soul Rhythm and singing in that band. How's that going?
Oh, I mean, it's going great. You know, we do we get the call, we go do the gig.
Right.
You know,
Shout out
and
to Mr.
that's-
Alex Goss.
Yeah, my brother Alex. Shout out Alex.
Yep.
So yeah, we just Alex and I have known each other a long time.
Okay.
Since I was 16.
Wow.
So that's like over 30 years now.
Yep.
Knowing Alex and singing with him,
Okay.
playing. And we started working together in the band in 2009.
Mhm.
And then we just been going from there.
Right.
You know. So he's kind of doing, you know, some of his thing, and then I'm doing, you know,
Some of
my
your-
thing,
Right.
my thing, you know, as far as being a solo
Okay.
artist, because we were trying to like do it a duo
Mhm.
thing, you know, at one point,
Yep.
and that's still in the workings.
Yep. You know how
Yep.
that go.
But
Uh-huh.
he's doing his, he's got some stuff going on. So I've been working on a project,
Okay.
and so you know, I released a single in 2020,
Okay.
and it's called Walk by Faith.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Walk by Faith is that's my quarantine song.
Okay. So that was your COVID baby, huh?
That was my COVID baby.
Okay.
That's the quarantine song. So actually the song was written back in 2007.
Okay. Wow.
But during that time, a lot of people who knew, the song was birthed in church.
Okay.
So a lot of people who knew of the song then reached out to me asking me, did I have it?
All right. Okay.
And I didn't.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's
get it.
Let's get it.
Right.
Let's record it. So that's what I did. And my husband, Daryl Peanut Smith, produced it.
Okay.
And he's playing
Shout out,
bass
D.
on it. Shout out to my hubs.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show too. Let's make sure
absolutely.
we get him
You-
scheduled before y'all get out of here.
Absolutely, you do. That's going to be a wonderful interview.
I agree.
So, and who I have Joe Flav on guitar.
My man Joe
I have,
Flav. Joe Flav, I'm looking for you too. I didn't call you. You better call me back.
Okay, just don't stop right there. Just let's move on. So, let's move on.
You better call me back.
I got Greg Davis Jr. on keys.
Okay.
James Shelton is on the project.
Jay
and,
Shell.
My brother Jeff Kennedy
Jeff.
is on.
He's scheduled
it
a
as well.
is it next week? Either next week or the week after that. He'll be on the show. Yes, he
Okay,
will.
awesome. Yeah, you
Yeah.
working it on around.
Oh, we got to
That's
get everybody
good.
on him. I want every
Absolutely.
single person on
Man,
there
it's such amazing talent. in Detroit.
You better believe it.
It's amazing.
better believe it.
God is over Detroit, and you can tell by all of the beautiful, talented people
Yep.
that have come, you know, through Detroit and made a presence in the world. You
I
know?
agree.
But yeah, so that's the single. It's on YouTube. It's
Okay.
on Spotify, Apple Music,
There it is.
everywhere you can listen to
Listen to music,
music.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, look, since we right there, go ahead, give them your social media, just in case somebody trying to look you up and find you right now. Like, let me see what is Artima. Let me see.
Okay, so
ahead.
the Instagram is at Artima Sound, ARTEMASOUND, and Facebook.com, the little slash
There it is.
Artima.
There
Just
it
that
is.
simple.
Just
Yeah.
that simple. So y'all go ahead and support her. Make sure y'all look her up on social media and find out what she got going on. Go support that song. What's the name of that song again?
It's called Walk by Faith.
Walk by Faith.
Yes.
We need that right now too.
Absolutely.
So y'all go support, and you can find that on all your digital platforms. So go ahead and support her. Look up Artima Smith, and y'all go support that music, man, for real, because she got some pipes.
Yes.
If y'all
thank
don't know,
you.
you better ask somebody.
You better ask.
You better ask somebody, and I'm gonna tell you myself. So
Yes, sir. We wrote a song together.
We
That
did.
was the first
for a play,
for a play.
Yep.
Yep.
that's what is that. I met you acting.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah, I was
yeah,
acting.
Yeah, I met
Yep.
you acting.
That's
too.
right.
And we was actually gonna get into that too. So, but since we're there, let's go ahead and talk about that. Because a lot of people may not know that Miss Artima Smith is actually an actor just
Emma.
as well.
Emma.
You was acting when I met you. You was on that stage acting a fool when I met you.
And it's funny because I was acting
and
and then everybody was surprised when I started singing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
actually, this is what I do.
exactly.
I sing, and
I
I'm
was
just
surprised because, like I
trying this
say,
acting.
I met you as an actor, and I was producing the music for that play.
Mhm.
And I wrote a song, and you came in, and I think I kind of gave you the first little verse, and you hit that thing. I said, oh, you a singer. Well, hold on, wait a minute. We're gonna do it like this then.
You did kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, what I said, oh, you a singer.
Oh, you can sing for
Oh,
real?
okay. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna do this song like this then.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it turned out real good.
Yeah.
turned out
Do
real
you
good.
remember that?
I don't. I remember, you know what? I remember the music. My mind never forget music, but I can't remember the song, if that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah. I know it was dun, dun,
Yeah, I don't
dun,
remember it either.
dun. I remember the music. My mind never forgets the music, but I can't remember the song, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if Miss Tracy still got that play, because I know she recorded it.
She probably does.
We need to go revisit that song.
Yeah.
That was a nice song.
That was a nice song.
That was a real nice song. So we need to revisit that. I'm gonna do my research on that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
do
do
that.
that. Yeah,
because
we're
we
gonna do
can
that.
record that one.
I'm with
That
that.
one was nice.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. So look, let me ask you this, because you done been, as you can see, you done sung church, you done sung with the R&B band, you done plays. What would you say like is your favorite kind of music to sing? Like what would you say?
My favorite, hands down, I'm a
Okay.
worshiper.
There it is.
So
There it is. I tell people all the time, my favorite genre of music is gospel.
yeah, I love to worship.
And to be truthfully honest, quartet gospel is my
I
favorite.
love quartet gospel. I really do.
I was born and raised on it. I'm a quartet kid. So
I love quartet gospel. And that I love. I don't have a favorite,
okay,
but my favorite to sing
gotcha.
is
It's gospel.
gospel, praise and worship.
Gotcha.
Not, I'm not like the riffers, you
Okay.
know.
Mhm.
I can't run all over,
But you're gonna get to the point.
I can jog a little bit,
But
and I can jog a little bit.
you ain't gonna do all that running, but you can jog a little bit.
I
Speed
can
walk a little
power
bit.
walk a little bit. Yeah, but not all the running.
I got you.
But I absolutely love it just because of the place of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that makes pretty much sense to me. And people don't know too that you are a songwriter and that you are writing songs out here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you got into that.
Okay, so the very first song I wrote was for a project in school.
Okay.
Way back in the day, and I
Okay.
had to sing in front of the classroom.
Mhm.
And it was real funny because the song was give me a sign, give me a sign, Lord, I'm reaching out to help ease my mind, ease my mind. I'm lost and turned out.
You say not only did you remember the song,
It was the very first one.
so you gotta remember that one. It's the very first
I
one.
remember that one, but yeah, so
Okay.
that's how I've always been a writer.
Okay.
But I started writing songs, I want to say maybe in high school.
Okay.
You know how we start, the hooks for the rappers,
Yeah.
that type of thing,
Okay.
and then writing songs in church. So the ministry that I was a part of, we actually wrote a lot of our own praise and worship music.
Okay. Okay.
So we did that a lot. And then I had the opportunity to work with a friend of mine that I met in ministry. Shout out to Richard Bass
There
and
it is.
Chosen One Productions.
There it is.
So his movie is on Tubi now. It's called Intimate Betrayals.
Okay.
So I did the soundtrack for that.
Oh wow.
I wrote
Okay.
the soundtrack for that. So when you hear the music in that movie,
Give that movie out again. Shout that out again for us.
Intimate Betrayals. It's on
Intimate Betrayals on
Tubi. Yep.
Tubi.
Yep.
And that music you hearing on the soundtrack is Miss Artima Smith, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Walk by Faith is in that movie too. We
Okay.
actually used it there. And then but it started as a stage play. So I wrote the music when it was a play.
Wow.
So when he transitioned it into the movie, he was like, sis, I gotta have you
Got to.
do the music for
Okay.
it. So that was an awesome opportunity. And then now I'm just working with a couple other people in their movies
Okay.
and writing songs for that, and finishing the album, writing my album.
Okay.
And I really want to do a whole, I want to be like a Lin-Manuel almost.
Okay. All right. So
I
you're
want to
trying
write
do
a whole production.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hamilton and Encanto.
Gotcha.
I want to do that.
Wow.
Like, yeah, that's,
Well, you just got to do it.
yeah.
You just got to do it.
I got some stuff in mind.
Because I'm gonna say you definitely got the skill. You definitely got the skill. So you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm believing for that.
Well, there it is, y'all. So if you ever need some songwriting, some producing going on, Miss Artima right here, I'll hook you up. And
I got you.
And she's good at what she's done, at what she do. And like I said, I have had a chance to work personally with her, so I know personally myself that she's great at with it. So and then I've worked with her on stage too, and man, and she creates on stage as well. So, and it's a fun time every time we get together. So yeah, we you just got to do it. We waiting on that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I want it to be epic and big. So,
Okay.
I'm just slow walking it in my mind right now.
Gotcha.
And I got to finish this project that I'm working
Right.
on, Walk by
Okay.
Faith.
Okay.
So, we're actually doing a live studio recording for that May 9th.
May 9th.
Yep.
Okay.
So, you'll see postings about that.
Make sure you send us some flyers.
I
so we
will.
can,
I
so we can-
will. Well, this one is going to be kind of closed. It won't be for a lot of people,
Gotcha.
but I'm still going to open up. And then once it's done, once it's sold out, it's sold out.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
yeah. So we're gonna finish that, and then we're gonna start working on something big.
Well, we definitely waiting on some music from you, and I'm sure it's gonna do well. So,
Amen.
so go ahead and take your time and get it right and get it out here for us.
That's
And
right.
when you get it going, you come right back here on the Spivey Show, man,
Yes,
and make
sir.
sure you support. You promote it right on here on the Spivey Show for us.
Yes, sir. I
And,
appreciate that.
Yeah, oh yeah, anytime. You already know that. So look, real quick, every time we have a guest, we always ask them to leave us with a nugget of advice that maybe a up and coming singer might be listening, or even somebody who's seasoned may need. Just give us one little nugget of advice that you can leave us with.
One thing that I'm learning is that the time is always now.
There it is.
No matter how long you've been at it,
Mm,
no matter how many times you failed at a thing, you're never behind time.
there it is.
The time is always now, and God will always meet you. He'll
Yeah,
always meet you.
that's right. That's right. And that's some good advice right there. A lot of like I say, we ask pretty much all our guests, and we get a lot of advice on here. And I think this is the first time we ever heard that particular way. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm too old, or oh, I missed it, or oh, this and that, and that. Like you say,
Yep.
the time is always now.
Been there though.
Get up
So-
and do it.
Get up and do it.
Get up and do it.
That's
So
right.
that's a great piece of advice, and we want to thank you for coming on the Spivey Show and sharing your story with us and
Thanks for
giving us a
having
little
me.
bit of time and a little bit of your story. And if you're a guest, if you're a fan of the Spivey Show, we know what time it is. It's time to wrap this thing up.
Oh, wrapping it up.
Yeah,
All right, let's
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Let's go.
So you know how we do on the Spivey Show. We give you a little beat.
All right, come on, Spike.
And we let you freestyle a little bit.
Uh-oh. No, I'm not a rapper. No, come on with what you got. I'm gonna just do what I do. Yeah, dude. What you gonna do? Give me one of these pre-recorded beats in here.
I'll make my beat right here. I'll make it right on point so you can get it.
All right, let's go. Yeah, let me see this.
We go old school play.
Oh, you really gonna make this?
We go freestyle right here.
It's Wednesday, and we are hanging tough. We came down to the barbecue joint, and the husband thought he was get some food. And then we found out that the place was closed. But that's okay, because we're going to get it going home. We may hit up the famous days, because he had brisket on his mind all day.
So first off, shout out to Taste the Smoke Barbecue.
Shout out.
This is where we hold the house of the Spivey Show. We're not open to our we're not fully open till our grand opening, I think is next month, April 18th. We are temporary hours for just Friday and Saturdays. So every guest that we get on Wednesday be thinking they finna get some barbecue and be very disappointed
Man.
because we just gonna have to start opening up on Wednesdays, man. We just gonna have to go ahead.
Just for the guests.
You say Mr. Smith been thinking about that brisket all day, huh?
asked them to come with me. I said, it's a restaurant. You might as well come with me.
Look, they came for family dinner and everything.
All of that.
Look.
All that. We're going to do this.
You got to come back. You got to come back.
Absolutely.
Man.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Wait, I can't stop laughing. He said he been thinking about that brisket. I know y'all been talking about it too. Yeah, we're gonna go to the barbecue spot. We'll just get some ribs there. And well, look, once again, I want to thank you for coming to the Spivey Show. Thank you for being a good sport about to wrap it up. And y'all go support Miss Artima Smith and all her endeavors. Look at her social media, see what she got going on. She got a lot of stuff going on. So we want to have you back when you get that song, that album together. Come on back.
Absolutely.
And once again, y'all put your hands together for not only for then Miss Artima Smith.
We gonna have a good time. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show.
He said he's been thinking about that brisket all day. That was about the funniest. I think that's the funniest wrap it up we didn't had this season. That was funny. We got to get some briskets out here now. Now I want some brisket. I might have to stop and get me some brisket on the way home now. We're going to open up Taste the Smoke on Wednesdays just for the guests. Put a limited menu or something together. Well, look, y'all, that was a great interview. My friend, Miss Artima Smith, I was happy to have her on the show. But we got another guest in the house. My second guest is in the house. He's an amazing drummer. He's talented, and he's doing his thing all over, making waves all over. He's one of my good friends for a long time. He's been my friend for a long time. I ain't going to tell y'all how long it's been. It's been a long time he's been my friend. I'm happy to have him here. Y'all put your hands together for Mr. Terrence Neal.
We're gonna have a good time. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. Spivey Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Terrence Neal, what's going on, brother?
What up, though? What up, though?
Good to have you here, man.
Appreciate you, man.
First of all, I
Glad
just
to-
want to thank you for coming on the show, man, taking the time out your busy schedule.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, you know,
I'm glad to be here, man.
this is the show where we interview the best in the entertainment world, and of course, you the best, so we had to have you in here, man.
Hey, I appreciate that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So look, we're gonna jump right into this thing, man, and we're gonna go all the way just like with our team. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning, man. Let's start from the beginning. When did you start playing on the drums?
Professionally, I started playing at the age of 10 years old.
Okay.
I picked up a pair of sticks at the age of 5.
Okay.
Excuse me. The first song that I learned how to play, ironically, it was Prince. Let's Work.
That's the jam
just
right
that,
there.
Just that pocket, man.
Right, right.
That pocket was in there, and so, but I started playing at church, of course, you know. But I started at the age of 10.
Okay. All right, man. Because so it's safe to say you've been playing for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Over 40 years.
Wow. And just like every other drummer, you know, we started the pots and pans and then beating around and of course we established the skill. Let me ask you this. How old were you when you got like your first drum set? How old were you?
I think my father bought me my first drum set when I was actually 9 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 9 years old. My uncle, he bought me a drum set when I was 5.
Okay.
But you know, I didn't know what I was doing.
Right,
You know,
right.
just you know how when kids when they're interested, they just banging,
Just
hitting beating stuff.
Right.
But my father bought me my first professional set when I was 9 years old.
Wow. Okay, so you had me beat. I got my first set when I was 10. TKO set. I got my first TKO set. I was 10 years old, and my mother bought me that. And man, I thought you couldn't tell me nothing, man. I cleaned that set every day.
Listen, I had everybody in the neighborhood when they found out that I got a new drum set for Christmas. Everybody wanted to come over to my house because they wanted to play on.
Play on them drums. I know that's right. So look, let me ask you this: who were some of the people you were listening to and watching at that time as you were coming up?
Well, like I said, I started when I started playing professionally at the age of 10,
Okay.
and growing up in church, really, that's where I started playing that.
Okay.
And I'll never forget this other drummer at the time. His name was Terrence.
Okay.
Terrence Clemens. If he you know still around, shout out to him, man.
Shout out Terrence.
Terrence Clemens. And so I was watching him, man, and this cat, man, he was solid. He had the pocket, he knew the song. His placement was real good. And so I sat up and I watched him, and then after Sunday, I would go home and I would just practice what I seen him do. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then just over time, man, stuff just started coming to me. So with him, and then Dana Davis was our musician.
All right, Mr. Dana.
Dana Davis. Shout out to
Yeah.
Dana Davis.
Shout out.
He was our organist at the time.
Okay.
And then, man, it tripped me out when he sat down on the drums and played. I was like, oh my God, this guy played drums and he played organ. I was outdone.
Okay.
And so, so yeah, between them two, man, at that young age, that's who I kind of saw play.
Okay.
But as I got older, one of the cats that, man, rest in peace to David Modoc.
Wow. Okay.
Man, that was my God, man. I mean, dude, his pocket, the way he colored, the way his feel, his time and everything, man.
He was solid. He was
oh my
definitely
God,
solid.
he was so solid, dude.
Yeah.
And so I became a sponge with him.
Okay.
And so I used to just watch. I used to pick his brain. I used to call and say, hey, man, what was you thinking about when you did this? What was you thinking about when you did that?
Okay.
And so, but even before Dave, man, just coming up in the church, the main thing that they always tell you, that they instill in you, is that stay in the pocket.
That's it.
Stay in the pocket.
That's what gets you paid.
Always. Yep. I got a saying, but I ain't gonna tell you that later.
Yeah.
I got a quote for that. I'll tell you later.
Tell us a little.
I don't want
later,
to. I don't know if I should say it live because I don't want nobody to steal the quote. And actually, Nina the one who gave me the quote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, man. Speaking of Nina, let's talk a little bit about In the Zone for the people who might not know.
Okay, in the zone, not in the zone. Inna, INNA. Inna. The concept, man, with in a zone. When you're good at something, whether if it's music, if it's sports, when you're good at it and you get into a zone, it's like you're unstoppable.
That's right.
And so that's the concept that I came up. I'm like, man, when we're together and we're locked solid, we're unstoppable.
Right.
And so that's how I came up with the concept of in the zone. But I mean, you already know we played together.
Right.
With Soul Essence.
That's right. That's right.
Back in the day.
And I actually was going to bring that up next because before In the Zone, it was Soul Essence.
Soul Essence.
That I was definitely a part of, and actually was one of my starts with playing with live bands. And what made you even wanted to start a live band? What made you say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna put a band together?
I was playing with this other band, and I guess I kind of got frustrated because they didn't want to expand musically.
Okay.
And so they wanted to play the same songs over and over and over. I mean, like every show, it got so bad too. Some of the places that we went to go play at, the people in the audience be like, "Oh, we know what they get ready to play. You know what they." So I got tired of that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna start my own band.
Okay.
That way, we won't play the same thing all the time.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna be versatile.
Okay.
And so
and I will say Soul Essence was very versatile.
Yes.
Well, I never learned so much music playing with Soul Essence, and we was killing it too, man. So
show was, man. It was, oh my God,
Yeah.
it was fire.
Yep.
But everybody started having different opinions, and so everybody kind of like split up. So I said, you know what, man, hey, I'm gonna start my own thing.
Okay.
And you know, when you start your own thing, when you birth something, that's that when you when you birth a baby, you gotta nourish it.
Yeah.
And so when I started in the zone, it wasn't always, it didn't hit just right off the bat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I went through stages, went through phases, trying to make sure this is tight, that's tight.
Right. Right.
And just over time, just meeting other musicians, man. And then once I finally linked up with some cats, that took it serious like I did, it took off, man.
Right. Yeah. And you've been doing your thing since, and still doing your thing right now to this day.
Yeah, trying.
So let me ask you this though. I ask a lot of people who are leaders of bands. Like, what would you say is one of the biggest difficulties with running a band? Because see, a lot of people, they don't they don't know what all goes into running a band. They don't know what all goes into getting booked, and the phone calls, the emails, the invoices, the meetings, the meet and greets. A lot of people don't even the band members in your band don't realize the much work you do outside. Tell me one of the difficulties that you would say in leading a band.
I mean, man, everything that you just said, dude, it's like everything that I've went through, been through. And what a lot of people don't understand is that well, members of your band, what musicians they don't realize is that they don't have to deal with the client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to put the set list together. They don't have to put the rehearsal together.
Right.
They just get the songs that we sing. We send them the information. The gig is going to be here. This is what the pay is.
They just
and
show up.
They just show up.
Right.
But on the back end, we dealing with the owners and the establishment. Sometimes they want to shortchange you.
Yeah.
You write a contract up for a gig, and then next thing you know, the day before or 2 days before, they want to cancel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All that stuff,
Yeah.
man. So it's it comes with the territory, but I've done it so long, I kind of like deal with
Gotta
it.
be into it. Yep. Yeah. I understand that completely. And like you say, it's a lot of behind the scenes work that a lot of people don't, number one, know about, or then two, even appreciate.
Right.
But you do it because it's yours. Like you say, it's your baby, it's your band, so you do it. And
right.
and I run my band as well, and I had the same issues, and we just got to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, you make sacrifices because there have been times, man. We on the gig and the owner or whatever want to shortchange you, and so at the end of the night, I can't shortchange my band.
Right.
So what I do is I make sure that they get paid. I'll take the loss because it's not their fault. Well, I ain't gonna take too many losses.
Not too many, but a little bit.
Right.
Trust me, I get that point too. Trust
Yeah,
me. But
yeah.
but I understand what you're saying. Like you say, sometimes you have to be the sacrifice.
Right.
And I've definitely been in that end as well. You know.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
because people do us dirty sometimes, man. And they don't. People don't. Boy, people are hard on bands. I'm gonna tell you that, boy. People.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I used to say? People want caviar, but they want to pay crackhead prices.
There it is. They want caviar, but they want to pay hot dog prices.
Well, forgive me. I don't mean to say crackhead, but right. They want to pay pork and beans and hot dog prices.
Yeah, you're right about that, man.
So.
And then want you to give a great show.
Right. Right. Can you give me one more song?
Right. So, but you know what? We love it so much, we still do it.
Yeah.
And we continue to do it. So that's what's up. So look, part of your band is your wife, Miss Nina Simone Neal.
Yes.
A great, fabulous singer that we all know.
Don't tell y'all I taught her how to sing, but don't tell her I told y'all that.
We ain't gonna say nothing unless she watching, but then you busted. But
man, I'm just joking if you watching. I'm just joking, right?
So I brought that up because the last 2 weeks, actually, I have been talking to guests who were performing with their parents. And as you know, I performed with my mother for years. tell us about performing with your wife. And,
You asking some great questions tonight.
I do my job. I do my.
You asking some great questions. I gotta give it to you. It's not bad.
Okay.
You know, at sometimes we may bump heads, but for the most part, everything, you know, what we do, when we on stage, man, it's like, okay, we gotta perform for the people. You know, we gotta take self out the way, and we gotta give the people what they want. The only one time that I remember we were performing at Floods.
Okay.
And she was up singing, and you know how people at Floods, man, back in the day was so crowded,
right?
And everybody up at the front, and she's singing, and some guy was kind of being like real rude and disrespectful, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I don't trip on nobody because, you know, they be trying to flirt with her, you know how
right.
Go.
Oh yeah, you know how it is.
I ain't tripping on that.
Right.
But she was telling him no, and I guess he wasn't trying to listen. That was the only time I kind of like really got upset. Not with her.
Had to become the husband. Huh?
Yes.
Not the drummer.
Yeah, that part.
I know that's right.
For the most part, man, with me and Nina, man, we have a ball.
Okay.
We have a ball. Yeah.
That's a good thing. And it shows on stage. We all see that. You know, the collaboration that you guys have between.
Shout out to my wife, Nina Simone.
Miss Nina Simone Neal. She's definitely a great singer. She was on the first season with Elevate on our first episode. She was actually part of the first episode of the Spivey Show. So,
okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Miss Nina Simone Neal.
I made the cut.
Look. We getting everybody on here. At the end of the day, man, when the Spivey Show is over, everybody in Detroit gonna be on this show.
That's what's up.
That's
man.
my goal. That's my goal. So, so let's keep it going though, man. So look, tell us about Fridays at Cornerstone Bar and Grill, I think it is.
Yeah, we're there every second and fourth Friday.
Okay.
We play from 8:30 to 11. We may extend it to 11:30. But yeah, it's a nice establishment, man. Black owned. You know, for the past couple of weeks, man, it's been like ridiculous, crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a nice venue, and you know, we try to support Black owned. But we have a good time. You know, you guys came up in there. What you think?
Yeah, I believe it was a good place. I've been there a few times myself, even performed and played there with y'all and had a good time. So I say, yeah, y'all go support every second and fourth Friday of every month. Cornerstone, located on Mac. 17315
Mac Avenue.
There it is. Y'all go ahead and support. And since we're there right there, go ahead and give them your social media just in case they trying to look you up, so they can catch the next one.
Well, don't laugh, y'all, because you know I'm not on Instagram, but I am on Facebook. So y'all know y'all can call Terrence Neal, Facebook.com. I'm on there.
There it is.
One day I'm gonna get on Instagram. I'm gonna have my daughter to show me how to do all that stuff. You know?
That's all you gotta do. But them kids will hook you right up.
Right? Yeah.
Have your profile picture and everything.
Right.
So.
Shout out to my daughter Jalen Miller.
There it is. There it is. We got to shout out little man then.
Oh, Austin Giuliano.
That tourist. Throw them bulls up. We on our way.
And TJ Terrence Jr.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all go support down there at Cornerstone. Then you got a show coming up. The Satin Doll show, is that coming up? Let's talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Since I've been playing with Sky Covington. She's the producer and originator of the Satin Doll show.
And shout out to Sky. I reached out to you too, Sky. I need you to answer your DM. Answer your DM, Sky.
Sky, you better call. You better answer the DM.
Answer your DM, Sky. I need you on here. You're doing big things, girl. I need you on here. Yeah. Go ahead, give it up though.
Yeah. The Satin Doll show, it consists of 11 women that portray a lot of the old jazz and blues greats. Okay. And so with Sky Covington, she plays Billie Holiday. My wife, Nina Simone Neal, she plays Dinah Washington. Faye Bradford plays Nina Simone, Etta James. Tasha Owens plays Etta James. Thornetta Davis plays Bessie Smith. Kimmy Horn plays Sarah Vaughn. Veronique She plays Nancy Wilson, Shelly Kay, Ella Fitzgerald, Denise Edwards, Lena Horne, Dakota Staten. I forgot the lady that plays her. Forgive me if I forgot your name. But yeah, it's all these different women, these artists, these vocalists, great artists and singers of Detroit that Sky brought together to portray these jazz and blues singers, and to take you back in time.
Wow.
And so Gerard Gibbs, he's the musical director.
Yeah.
My brother that's in the studio with us tonight, I know you're gonna be calling him shortly, but Daryl Peanut Smith,
Yep.
the one and only, he's on bass.
Okay.
And myself is on drums. So and I want to say this real quick. Playing with Sky every Sunday at Woodbridge Pub, it kind of it opened up my thought process of playing, because I'm doing jazz. And what I mean is I'm swinging, and it kind of opened me up my understanding, to playing. And so it's opening up doors for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
For myself and for Nina, because Nina, she wasn't really touching on jazz, but now, man,
She said she all in that thing.
she all in
Yeah,
there.
and it's nothing like getting into a new era of music and really, taking advantage of it. So,
Can I say shout out to my sister who just did the interview, Artima Smith.
yeah, you can
Shout out to
Miss
my sis.
Artima
She's
Smith.
another man. Oh my God, she can sing her behind off.
Yes, she can.
Another bad vocalist, man, in the city.
Yes, she is, and
Yeah.
she's doing her thing as well. And I had a chance to catch the show back like when it first started. I think it might have been like 2 or 3 of them singing. So
Yeah.
it's a great show, and I want y'all to go help support, because y'all actually got one coming up, right?
April 29th.
29th.
It's going to be at Burt's Warehouse, April 29th. The show is at doors open up. The show starts at 7, doors open up at 8.
Okay.
For tickets, I think it's on Eventbrite, or you can call, or you can look up Sky Coverton on Facebook and reach out to her.
Well, there it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support Mr. Terrence Neal on drums and Miss Nina Simone Neal singing. And like I said, it's a great show. And y'all need to go see it if you haven't seen it.
Right.
And,
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Take yourself back into time.
Right.
Back into time. So look, real quick, as we asked our team, or we asked every guest to give just a nugget of advice to maybe an upcoming drummer that might be out there, or maybe even an established drummer that may need to know something. Give them just one little nugget of advice you can give them before you get out of here.
Advice I can give them is one, practice.
Yep.
Learn the song.
Okay.
A lot of these drummers now, these younger drummers, everybody want to play all the chops that they can do, and that won't get them nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Learn the song.
Right.
And play in the pocket.
Yep.
And that'll take you farther than you trying to play all these chops.
That'll definitely get you the money.
Whether if it's, I'm sorry, even at church, but speaking of church, if I can say this.
Go ahead, man. This is your time,
Let me say this.
Mr. Neal.
So I understand that, music in church has evolved from back when we were coming up.
Right.
But even when we were coming up, like you were interviewing Artima, the music has substance to it.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's I don't feel anything.
No, yeah.
I don't feel anything. So with that being said, what musicians are playing now, it's like, some of it is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We as musicians, oh, that was sweet. That's
Right.
sweet. But doing that, but the song may not have no substance, and everybody all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I understand it completely what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And if music has it always have evolved, and it always have changed, and some were good, some were bad. We're in like an in-between era right now where we're kind of hoping to kind of get back to some good old grounded music and some good old grounded singing and some good old, like she said, just flat foot singing and stuff with substance. You know what I mean? In all genres, R&B, gospel, because a lot of this gospel I listen to now, I don't know if it's R&B or gospel. Do I praise my Lord or twerk? Which one? I don't know which one. I'll be stuck. I'll be like these. I don't know.
Right.
I praise him and then I twerk a little bit. I praise him, then I twerk a little bit. I don't know.
You threw a little jit out there. You threw a little jit.
I give a little hallelujah, then I give a little jit, you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So I don't know what to do now. So, but hopefully we get back to that, you know, some good old substance music and things of that nature. But look, I'm gonna say this to you, T. I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. Definitely appreciate you taking the time out.
Thank you for having me, man.
You know, I've known you for a long time. You've been family for
how many
a long
years?
time. Man, years, man. I was a little boy when I was playing for you, man. I was like 18.
I think your first gig, I don't know if you remember, or it was probably the second gig or the first gig. But you remember we did the gig on Woodward, and it was outside.
That sound familiar.
And I mean, I know it's been some years ago, but we were outside they had different bands playing out there, and they had a big old car show going out there.
Okay.
You remember that?
They sound familiar,
Yeah,
I remember that.
But no, I think you know what? That wasn't your first gig. We were doing at the music hall.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that. We did
the music hall.
I remember that.
And shout out to Rod.
What was the bar we used to play at all the
time? Uptown Eatery.
Uptown Eatery. That's what we used to play all the time. Yeah, I remember those gigs. Those are some nice gigs.
Yeah, it was.
Well, look, once again, man, thanks again for coming on the show. Thanks for everything you've done for me, man.
Appreciate it, man.
And my music career. And man, y'all go support this guy, man, and support In the Zone. And,
in the zone.
Terrence Neal and Miss Nina Simone Neal. And they're doing their thing every second and fourth Friday at Cornerstone. So y'all go ahead and support them. And if y'all a fan of the Spivey Show, y'all know what time it is. It's time to wrap this thing on up.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go on and wrap this thing on up. I'm gonna kick us a little beat here for us, and we're gonna see what you got for us.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat.
Hey.
Say me, the crew, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. Hey, I say I am T-Bone, and I like to say hello to the black, to the right, the red and the brown, the purple and yellow. But first, I gotta bang bang, go boogie to the boogie, set up, jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. Hey, you don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Now so far you heard my voice, and then I brought my wife along. But I'm gonna say on this mic so I can say, hey, y'all, shout out to T-Bone.
T-Bone, this nigga made up his own thing. I'm sure you probably had everybody at home like, yeah, right. Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate you for being a good sport with that.
Listen, I had a good time. I'm glad that I was able to be here, man. And I'm proud of you, man. I'm happy that you're doing this, man. You're doing different things. And so it's a beautiful thing that you acknowledging musicians and singers in the city of Detroit, because unfortunately, we get hated on through other cities or whatever. So it's a good thing, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. And once again, I want to thank you for joining the Spivey Show, man, and taking the time out. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. And thanks again. Y'all put your hands together for the one on and only Mr. Terrence Neal.
We're going to have a good time. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show.
And what you hear is not a test. He done took us all the way back. I was over here bobbing too, like, yeah. But no, that's my man T Neal. T-Bone on the microphone, man. Once again, that'll just about do. I guess Miss Niecy Cam. I guess she not gonna make it. Seeing that we just about through here, and it was a great show, though. We missed you, Miss Niecy Cam. We wish you was here. Maybe next week we'll try it again. We'll try it again. But once again, we just want to shout her out. Hopefully she's safe and everything. But y'all tune in next week. We got a great show next week. We're coming right back next week. We got a great show. We got Miss Denise Davis. She's a big singer, entertainer in Detroit doing her thing. And we got her on the show next week. Then we also got Mr. Demetrius Neighbors. That's one of my favorite keyboard players in Detroit. And Mr. Demetrius Neighbors, I'm so happy to have him on the show. I'm gonna try not to be starstruck, but he's like one of my favorite keyboard players. And I'm excited to have him on the show. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next week for those two guests. We want to thank our guests for this week. Mr. Terrence Neal and Miss Artima Smith is in the house. We want to thank them for being a guest on the show today. We want to thank our crew, Mr. William back there on the camera, and Miss Mimi, the birthday girl, Miss Mimi, the birthday lady. We finna start celebrating right now. We're celebrating right now. So we want to thank her as well. We want to thank Mr. Curtis Huffman in the Taste the Smoke barbecue. He brought us some chicken last week. I thought he was gonna bring me some chicken. I didn't. Oh, it is chicken. It is chicken. Niecy Cam, you're missing the chicken. You're missing the chicken. But we want to thank him as well. We want to thank my producer, Miss Andrea LB and DetroitHotRadio.com. I'm not used to having audience, y'all. We got audience members today. And I got to get used to audience member because we're going to have audience members every week, starting in a couple weeks. So, hey, we want to thank you. We want to thank you because we know you didn't have to, but you did. And we want to thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. And we always want you to remember to live to shine. And shine on. Holla. See you in the squalor, motherfucker.
Spivey Show. Yeah, what up, Detroit? Welcome to the Spivey Show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show. We're going to have a good time.